see you, Thomas!
So, our first contestant tonight, representing ASA, Sarahi Garcia. She is a freshman entrepreneurship major. She enjoys soccer, tennis, gardening, recycling, cooking, and jewelry making. She likes to travel, play cards, she likes photography, and hammocking. And she's interested in learning a foreign language. So your first question is, if you have the opportunity to go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I think I would go to Africa because right now the situation is really bad. There's kids who are very hungry and they need food, and like we can go help and like donate money and help services for them, like build houses or provide food drives and help them out.
Okay, second question. What is a cause young people need to be informed on, and how can you get them to be involved?
Like I said about going to Africa, there's a lot of kids who are orphaned or they are like less privileged than people, and it would be like helpful if people knew about it and they were involved. They help donate to charities or you would have mission trips, and I think that would help them a lot.
Very nice. All right, let's give it up once again.
Starting in 7th grade, she was inspired to become a neuropsychologist in order to promote happiness and optimism. She is also an inspired amateur doodler, writer, pianist, and a slow but surely gold-bound league player.
Gold-bound league player. You're not going to get it if you don't play the game.
With your major, how do you hope to make an impact in your community or society?
I'm majoring in psychology, and more specifically, I want to go into research neuropsychology. So in the future, I'm hoping to discover some cures. Because neuropsychology is about the brain and how the nerves connect to the brain. So it's a bit of a long shot, but I really am hoping to discover some cures. And if I do, it'll help my community. And just knowing that if I find a cure and people will be able to live easier is enough for me.
Nice. Second question. If you can give one advice to young girls everywhere, what would it be?
My advice to young girls everywhere, it would be to marry a man who knows how to pick up a live cockroach with his bare hands. Don't be afraid to wear your heart on your sleeve. Like, don't be afraid to get your heart accidentally crushed from a hug or purposely cracked from a handshake. Because I guarantee it, if you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, if you don't love foolishly, like care about everyone, then you'll regret it.
And next up, representing ASA as well, is Alice Lang. She is a freshman pre-business major. Her interests include eating, watching movies, shopping, running, and traveling. Okay, Alice, your first question. How has coming from a different cultural background affected your current views of American society?
Okay, so I was born in a Christian family in China. And as you know, Chinese government persecutes Christianity a lot. So when I first came here, I was really impressed by you guys have freedom of your religions and you can believe what you believe.
And your second question is, what is something you would love to share to Baylor from your country?
Okay, there's one thing I want to share is the Chinese education system because it's so different from American education. We have 3-year high school and there is a final exam after high school. It basically determines your college and your future too. So what we do is we are finishing all our high school courses within 2 years. And then we are gonna do the practice exams every day for 3 years. If you fail the exam, you have to retake the senior year and the exams too. So that's even more really stressful.
Now representing DSA, we have Hanli.
Thomas, do a windmill. Come on.
For your first question, who is the most impactful person in your life and why?
I would say the most impactful person in my life would be my mom. She's in the stands right now. And without her giving up her life for me to come to America, I would not be where I am right now at Baylor, continuing my education. So thank you, Mom.
And for your second question, what is one social issue you feel strongly about, and what can you do to contribute to it?
The social issue I feel really strongly about is economic inequality, like class discrimination. In Vietnam, where I'm from, the little kids who are sick are from poor families. When they go to the hospital, they aren't treated as well as the ones that are rich. So I would like to go back to my country and help the kids over there are poor, and I want to volunteer my medical services after I graduate from Baylor with my bio major in pre-med. And just come back and help out my country.
Thank you.
Next up, also representing DSA, we have Tracy Todd. She's a freshman biology pre-med major. Her hobbies when she is not sleeping, I like that she had to put that in there. She likes to dance, sing, cook, and eat. She loves Disney, but who doesn't? Also, the moment the Frozen soundtrack comes on, she will burst into song.
That's so true. That's so true. It's 2 of us.
First question, what is a way the Asian community can reach out to other cultures to break social stereotypes?
I think that having cultural events just like this is a great way to break stereotypes and not paying attention to stereotypes. Having cultural events like this, open and free, and everybody can come and see different types of cultures. So everyone coming here today is supporting non-stereotypes, I guess. Something like that.
Second question. If you have to pick between beauty, smarts, or wealth, what would you choose and why? If you had to pick one of the three, beauty, smarts, or wealth.
Well,
Is she gonna pick the smart choice?
what do you guys want? I pick smart. I think I would pick smarts just to be able to help people out because I major in biology and I hope to become either an oncologist or an anesthesiologist. So I've always wanted to help people. And if I had smarts, I would be able to go to medical school, become a doctor, become an oncologist, and hopefully be able to cure leukemia. That's my goal. Next we have Camille de los Santos, representing Arkansas. She is a freshman business major. She is a classically trained singer. She has always been an avid fan of theater, particularly musical theater, and performed on stage for a majority of her childhood. However, apart from her love on the stage, she loves to read, write stories, as well as poetry. She aspires to be a fiction writer at some point in her future life, or to work as a screenwriter in the film industry. So for your first question, is it important to be aware of a situation and not involved, or to be involved but not completely aware?
I certainly think neither side is a good place to be, because how can you be aware of a situation, especially if it is a bad situation, and not do something about it? And to be involved in something, and I personally think that this is an issue with young people nowadays, is that we are involved in a situation, but we are not fully knowledgeable of what we are a part of. And so I think it's very important that we are aware of the situation we're going to take part of, and to recognize when it is that we need to take action.
You can have lunch with anyone, past or present. Who would it be and why?
I would absolutely love the opportunity to have lunch with J.K. Rowling, not just because she wrote the most iconic young adult novels in the world, but because by those novels she changed an entire generation of children. How many famous people can really say they've done that?
All right, next up, representing AK5, we got Christine Wynn. Christine is a sophomore in Studies major for International Business. She was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. She's part Vietnamese and part African American. In her free time, she enjoys watching NBA basketball, shopping, eating, and hanging out with her sisters. Christine, your first question. How can people with a different background retain their culture, but at the same time adapt to the new world as a melting pot?
Well, I know that I personally I share a pretty different background than most Asians. I'm half Vietnamese and half African American. So coming to Baylor, I come across a lot of different cultures, and after meeting, just specifically even in the Asian culture, it's a lot different because I grew up with two sides. And so your question is, how would I retain my culture but at the same time adapt? I think it's just a person should keep an open mind and be more accepting and just willing to allow, like I said, be more accepting of other cultures, and at the same time remember where you came from, remember your roots, and just stay true to them.
Your final question, what is more important, morals and values or open-mindedness and change, and why?
Like I said in my first question, just being more open-minded and change, because you never know, life throws a lot of curveballs at you, and you never know what life may hit you. So what's something that you may believe today, it may not be something that you intend for the future, or vice versa. So just keeping an open mind and being able to adapt to new changes would, I guess, provide a better life for you, and just could also contribute to your happiness in the future.
Next, representing AMIB, Adrian Frank. She plays violin and piano and has a black belt in Taekwondo. She has a sweet tooth and love her some bacon. She works part-time for multicultural affairs and as a babysitter, but most of all, she loves Jesus. For your first question, what is something you hope to see change on Baylor's campus?
So I'm a senior at Baylor, and I had the opportunity to be here for 3 years, and I am absolutely in But some of the things that I tend to see change, or I would like to see change, is the amount of diversity we have on campus, because right now we're only at like 35% multicultural students, and I definitely think that that we can do a better job of recruiting more students and bringing them here so they can experience awesome things like AsianFest and really celebrate their diversity. And I've also had the opportunity to see different worlds within being in a sorority, a Panhellenic sorority, as well as being in AMIV. I see two separate worlds, and I really think that the two worlds aren't necessary. I really that they can really come together, and we can all just celebrate each other and learn each other's stories. So that's what I'm doing.
Speaking of diversity, what are ways we can expose diversity at Baylor University?
By having lots of shows like this, and also with having a change within yourself. As each and every person here, if there's a change within yourself, and if you see a way that that there are times where that you need to speak up on the fact that there may be discrimination going on around you, and there's a way for you to speak up and let people know that things shouldn't be a certain way, things shouldn't be said in a certain way. Then there are ways through just who you are, the way that you talk to other people, and the way that you seek to change things. If there's a change within yourself, then you can change others around you, and you can seek to celebrate your own diversity and avoid certain things like discrimination.
Our final contestant for the night, also representing AMIV, is Vivian Huang. Vivian is a freshman health science pre-delegated. She's from Memphis, Tennessee. She plays basketball and intramural football as well as the clarinet. She enjoys playing sports and hanging out with her AMIV friends. She likes food, animals, reading, watching TV, volunteering, traveling, singing, and music. Okay, your first question. How can a person make a difference in their community as a student?
As a student, I would say the usual, volunteer around the community and the library. But to really make an impact, I would say we need to gain as much knowledge as we can from teachers, parents, books, and other people around us.
Second question. What is something you hope to see in the future?
Something I would hope to see in the future is advances in medical technology. In addition, I would like to see third world countries also get opportunities like we have.
Very nice. Let's give it up for Vivian.
Let's give one more hand to all our contestants. If you'd like to know who won, please come to the banquet tomorrow. We will announce the winner of the banquet, where she has an opportunity to earn a scholarship. So tickets are in the lobby, $10, and
Find out tomorrow.
Are we all ready to continue AsianFest ride along?